make it happen? You're 8:05. You call me right when you get here.
Like I said, we're going to have a special guest. He's going to come up in the car right in front of the stage, and I'd like for you to give him a big, big, big welcome. Big welcome.
Hi, I went to school with Austin throughout high school, and when they were out here doing this Zumba, you notice it was all girls. Austin would have been right in the middle of that. And he would have done the first song, and then he would have had all of you out there doing it with him. And so my favorite memory of Austin was he was our #1 supporter. I played volleyball at Starmount, and I don't know if you watched the video, but the blue man with the orange hair surfing the crowd, that was at our games. And he got the soccer team there and the football team, and it was just awesome. He was a competitor and brought everybody together. So that's my favorite memory of Austin.
Thank you. But I want to share something just real quick. Never mind. I ain't going to share nothing real quick because our Grand Marshal's getting ready to pull in. So if y'all would kind of part the Red Sea, a big round of, and listen, I want some cheering for this young man. He's gone through a whole lot. And I'm going to start crying if I say anything, but I want everybody to give this young man a big, big applause. And keep it up until I say quit, please.
Everybody give him a real big yell. I'd like to thank him for being here. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for that big round of applause for Marshall. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yadkin County cares. That's for sure. And you don't know unless you've been there. We appreciate everybody's being here today. Again, for the 4th annual Macemore for Macemore for another outstanding young man.
I'm going to try to speak speak without being emotional, but it's so hard. Especially when I see this overwhelming support from Marshall this morning. It just touches my heart. That's what this county is all about. If you ever think you want to move away, this community is unbelievable. And I just appreciate you all being out here this morning. We're here this morning because we're remembering Austin and his legacy. And his message to never ever give up. His favorite verse, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He wanted us to spread this message to everyone, especially those who were overcoming obstacles and were dealing with things like he was, with these illnesses that come upon people. He would want us this morning, just like Brinsley said, he would be right here in the middle of this crowd dancing. And he would want us all rallying around Marshall. He would be here to give him a high five and a hug, I'm sure. But just like Austin, who was so inspirational, I found out a couple of weeks ago, just from watching Facebook and watching Karen Bridge, that we also have a young man who is so extremely inspirational. He also is a champion for Christ, just like Austin. He glorifies God even in the darkest of circumstances. He is our Grand Marshal, Marshall Baker. He's a student at Forbush High School who's already battled through a kidney transplant. Just recently was diagnosed with Burkitt's lymphoma. And 5 weeks ago, he lost his eyesight due to this lymphoma. The cancer has got into his optic nerve. Yet, even in this darkness, Marshall's faith shines brightly. He still sees the light of Jesus, people. That's what it's all about. If you have Jesus in your heart, that line shines for everybody. He quoted Matthew 17:20. Truly, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can say to the mountain, move here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible, Jesus says, nothing. And Marshall knows this. He knows his God is able to heal him, and it's very possible that God is going to heal him. What a testimony Marshall has, and what an impact he's made on all of our lives. So let's surround his family today with love and prayers. Peace and rest during these trying days. Comfort and trust in God's will. And strength for the fight against Satan, because I do believe that cancer is a tool that he uses against all of us. Ultimately, though, there is always victory in Jesus. So I want y'all to help me again. We're going to cheer for Marshall right here. I want you to follow my lead, okay? Y'all help me, cheerleaders. We are Marshall. 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 Right, one more. God can. Help me say God can. God can. Move mountains. Move mountains. God can. God can. Move mountains. Move mountains. God can. God can. Move mountains. Move mountains. We love you, Marshall. We just thank you so much for being our Grand Marshal today. Let's give him another round of applause. I got a medal for Marshall. His medal is a cross. He deserves this cross as his medal. On the medal it says, Our Grand Marshal, Marshall Baker, Macemore for Macemore 2016. And on the back it says, God can move mountains.
My name is Caitlin Harrell, and I was a close friend of Austin, and just wanted to share something personal with you guys. So, to many of us, Austin was a lot of different things, like strong, funny, child of Christ, humble, courageous, faithful, and positive. But to me, on top of all of that, he was an inspiration. Through the years, I have told Austin's story to many people, and each time it has inspired and moved everyone who I was sharing it with. Through my friendship with Austin, he taught me so much, more than I realized actually, specifically how to unconditionally love people. As a nursing student, you take care of people and see people at their worst in situations where nothing else can help but unconditional love. Austin showed me how to accept people where they are, how to make people feel welcomed no matter where they've come from, and how to show the love of Christ by doing that, which actually inspired the way that I try to take care of patients. I'm extremely thankful and lucky to have had such an amazing person and friend to be inspired and learn from. I thank you all for being here to support Austin's legacy, his family, the Macemores, and Big A Ministries for the 2016 Raise More for Macemore in honor of Marshall Baker. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, and also I want to thank, and I'll kind of jump ahead of you a little bit, Rob. I like to kind of, okay. Big M wants to say something. By grannies, we'll get him to say something. You know? Cheerleaders.
Well, I was sitting in the hospital the other night, and my dad was reading a Bible story to me. It was Peter walking on the water, and it was a stormy night, and Jesus was out there, and he stepped off the boat. He had he took his eyes off of Jesus, and he began to sink. But because whenever he looked around, whenever he took his eyes off the prize, which is Jesus. Thank y'all for supporting me. It means a lot. Thank you. Jesus is hope, and hope's what keeps you going. So.
Let me finish up the last part of what he was trying to tell you. Peter took his eyes off of Jesus, and he saw the winds and the waves. He said, "Lord, save me." And here's the operative word. Immediately, Jesus stretched his hand out and saved him. Took him into the boat, and the wind stopped. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If that's not any inspiration, I don't know what is. I just want to say just two things. I'm going to turn everything over. This county is awesome. This cannot be done without the county, and we honor God, and that's very important. I don't care what everybody says about the national anthem, the NFL football players or anything. It's about God, and that's it. It's all about God. One thing about Big A Ministries, some of y'all probably don't know this, but Big A Ministries is you. You are Big A Ministries. You are Race More from Macemore. It's because of you that that Big A Ministries has helped over probably 10 to 13 families last year going through cancer, leukemia, trials and tribulations. Over $14,000 went to people that helped the people in the county and also outside the county just because of your participation and your love for Jesus Christ. So I just want to let y'all know that. That's very important. That's very important. I've got 30 seconds here, and 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 9 through 10 says, and this is, Paul had a thorn in his side, just like we all have thorns in our side, and Marshall's got a big thorn right now. Paul said, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, For my power is made perfect in weakness. Made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, difficulties. For when I am weak, then guess what? Then I am strong. So, thank y'all so much. We love all of y'all. Appreciate it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Loaded!